Hi everybody, Mike with Enviroscape LA, and we're really jazzed. We're doing what we love to do, and part of the secret of happiness in life is figuring out what you love to do, and if you get paid for it, it's even better. So we're doing a foodscaping project here in South Redondo Beach in California. And when we came here originally, there was, Louis had gotten a call through the ISA website, the Arboriculture website, about a consult on some trees. Well, it turns out the homeowner loves trees, and they were looking to do a vegetable garden because they're new to the area. So what we did was we came out with some ideas, they loved it, and you know, one of the things is you want to, it's not just about fruit trees for humans, but also we need to take care of and be a voice for the little ones, like the pollinators, the birds and bees and butterflies. So we're also going to include some food for them too. So I just thought I'd give you a quick tour, turnaround. We actually have a big avocado tree that was kept here. And so this thing is very, very old. But one thing that we did notice, if you follow me over here, is one of the reasons why trees go into decline and they die over time is because the soil is lifted up way too much above the original root crown. So check this out. We've taken off at least 3 or 4 inches of soil. We're going to use some of that for the platter boxes. But check this out. This is soil. It has a vermiculite in it. So somebody through the years has been going to the store, purchasing soil to put around the trunk of their tree, which they're loving their tree to death. And so don't do that. I also mentioned that we want to attract the birds and the bees and butterflies. You can see on the other side of this, there's a neighbor, and they had some dying shrubs, some silver sheens here. They just weren't, they were just in decline. And one of the reasons, they were planted too deeply. Some of them were planted way about 6-7 inches way too deep. So we tore those out. We put these Calliandra hemiciphylos or iniquitella, otherwise known as a pink powder puff. We get them espaliered, and this thing's like over 5 feet tall installed, and this thing's gonna just fill in solid, and it's gonna they're gonna keep it trimmed to about 8 to 10 feet tall. And so it's nice because it gets these bright red flowers. What's the #1 color for a pollinator? Red. And so it's kind of a pinkish red there, and it's got tons of nectar in it, and so the pollinators go nuts over this stuff. So this whole thing is going to get covered with the Calliandra. It's one of my favorite plants. What's interesting is that this backyard has half sun and half shade. So over here, it's very, very shady. Because of the tree. They do very well in sun or shade. So if you have one of those backyards, it's half and half. This is the one plant you want to use. We're also going to be adding, we have the vegetable boxes here that we're adding. Redwood, they may or may not get stained, but we put the post on the outside, so there's a 2x6 here, so that you can sit on this thing when you're gardening. So it's just nice to be able to save your back. We have more vegetable gardens going in over here, more raised planters. And we have micro sprays we're going to put in here, and then we have drip irrigation that's going to go in here to the rest of everything else. We have 24-inch box fruit trees that are going in, so we call this foodscaping. So it's a really, really cool concept. Micro farming, mini farming, there's all kinds of names for it, but it's getting really cool. One of the reasons why is because so much of our food at the supermarket it's lost its nutritional density, and so if you want to eat the most nutritionally dense food, you really need to grow it yourself. And we're using pure earthworm casting, so it's really, really cool what's going to be going on here. We'll do another video once it's all done. Once it's all done, by the way, what we're going to do between the trees and in fact around the avocado tree is we're going to put about 3 to 4 inches of decorative mini bark, and it's really cool. The mini bark actually develops after about a month. If you look at the bottom of it, once it gets wet, it actually has a white film. It's mycorrhizae, and that mycorrhizae actually is a beneficial fungus that attaches to the root zone, and it gives nutrients in the soil in exchange for a little bit of sugar that the plant gives out. So the plant exudates. Anyway, do it. If there's one takeaway from this video, make sure that you use some type of mulch, mini bark. It's incredible for your soil. It's a long-term fertilizer. Anyway, this is Mike with Enviroscape LA signing off. When you think sustainability and microfarming, think Enviroscape LA.